Congratulations! You've been in business for 10 years. Guess what? You still have to follow up with people. You know what's funny? The longer people do something, the more likely they are to decide they've somehow graduated from doing the basics. Right? I don't need to rehearse. I already know my numbers. I don't need to check. My network knows what I do. If they're interested, they're going to follow up with me. Oh, will they? I mean, that's adorable. I was in a conversation this week about some events where quite literally hundreds of people had registered over time. Hundreds. And these weren't just random names that somebody scraped off the internet and popped on the registration page. These were people who literally raised their hands, went to the website, clicked the buttons, filled out the information, and declared, "Hey, I'm interested in this thing that you're talking about, in this thing that you do." And then a bunch of those people basically just disappeared into the abyss because there was no follow-up happening, right? Not because the offer was bad, not because the event itself didn't work. They registered, they showed up, they stayed the whole time and were engaged. It's not because there wasn't any interest. It's because one of the most basic parts of the process got skipped. And it reminded me that you don't get to skip the fundamentals just because you've been doing something for a really long time. Right? Professional athletes, take your Tom Brady, your Michael Jordan, your Kobe Bryant, your whoever. Professional athletes still practice almost daily. Musicians still rehearse and play their scales, right? Very basics. Good salespeople still prospect. Good businesses still follow up. Experienced presenters still do tech checks. And yes, even people who have produced thousands of virtual events still open Zoom and occasionally say, "Well, me, another update? Where the hell did they move that button to now?" Experience doesn't make the basics irrelevant. If anything, experience should make you that much more respectful of them. Because oftentimes the boring stuff, the mundane, the things that you just do repeatedly over and over and over again, that's usually what makes the exciting stuff possible. The follow-up, the prep work, the repetitions, the relationship building, the double and triple checking that you have clicked that button to make sure that it's going to happen, right? The rehearsals and the practicing, all of the little things that oftentimes people ignore or forget about, they don't post about when they're talking about success. And I think where people get themselves in trouble is that we start confusing familiarity with a thing with mastery of a thing. I've done it 100 times. Fucking great. Do it well for number 101 and 102, all the way up to 100,000. Because sometimes the thing holding you back, it's not some advanced strategy. It's not some coach who has some theory or framework that you are unaware of, right? Sometimes you actually just aren't doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing, or that was already working and you just stopped. Experience should make you better at the fundamentals. It shouldn't convince you ever that you're above them, because you're never too advanced for the basics. None of us are. That's your mustache moment. Enjoy the day. We'll see you next week.